All right, so all of this stuff is cracking and the seam sealer is going right in there, guys. So I want to take all of this out. All right, so with a pick, I just want to come through and break as much of this out of here as I can. I'm going to go back away from the tarp because I don't want to punch through the... I want to come away from the top because I don't want to hit the top and mess the top up. But I just want to get as much of this out of here as I can. And then the die grinder will not come down in here. So I'm going to take a little sandpaper and run it in this crease, guys. Just clean that up some, because with the seam sealer, you want to be able to hit bare metal, guys. All right, so with a piece of sandpaper, I just want to come down between the seam and just get old paint out of there, guys. All right, so that's about good enough. Then I'm gonna just come in with a DA and I'm gonna clean the metal up around here, guys. So coming in here, if you see, I'm gonna get the one with the other head and get around here a little better, because I see a couple of bubbles right here, but I grinded this down already. And you see right here, I have a little rust. And back here I got rust. So guys, what I want to do is I want to get this off of here, so when I paint I don't have that surface rust up under there. So I'm trying not to make sure I don't get on the top. And it don't take much. All right, so that's done. And I'm gonna hit any spots around here where I see rust at. Like it's a little spot right there. And guys, see, if you're getting a top put on your car, you need to make sure that the guys clean up the rust. Because when he put this top on, the trim is right there, but you want to clean up as much of this surface rust. If you're putting the top on, the top wouldn't have been even on here. So this should have been taken care of if he didn't do nothing but sand that down and get rid of that rust and use some touch-up paint and little squares just to get rid of that surface rust there, guys. Because see, all that was going to do is just keep rusting. And if it was any worse, I would pour this top. But from what I'm seeing, is just around the edges, just starting, so I can stop it now. All right, working on this 77 Regal. So I'm changing the color on this car. So coming in here, the seal was ripped at the bottom already, so might as well get all of this out of here. And just redo it. So guys, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a lot of dirt in there, guys. I'm surprised it ain't rusting, but it must not have been getting that wet. And the dirt just sitting in there, so it's looking pretty good in there. So guys, use screwdriver, whatever you can, to get in here. Just try to tear as much of this seal out of here as you can get. Alright guys, then I'm going to take wax and grease remover, and I want to wet this down. Now you could probably use lacquer thinner too if you wanted to. Just let that sit, and whatever you got, guys. I'm just using a gallon can opener here, and trying to let that sit good enough just to get all of this out of here. Just, you know, whatever you use. And I'm a little detailed, guys, so I like to make sure everything is up out of here. So I'll come back after I get this channel all cleaned up. Say, use whatever you got. You use a small screwdriver, whatever you have, guys. Just get all of this stuff scraped off of here, because they got a glue in there, and a lacquer thinner, which probably is cheaper, because I think you can get 5 gallons of lacquer thinner up in this area. A 5-gallon thing for like maybe $50, and a gallon of this prep cleaner is about I just bought, I don't know, what is it, like $30 or something like that? But anyway, just want to get in here and get this all scraped out. All right, so I sprayed a little bit more cleaner in there. Now I'm just coming through with a red scuff pad, guys. It's getting down in here, trying to get this all scuffed and cleaned up. Now I come over and I'm gonna re-scuff this, but right now I'm just trying to get all of the glue off of here. So I'll come back through and show you after I'm done how this all cleans up, guys. Look. All right, so that's the way that channel clean up all down through there, guys. So now I'm gonna just come in like these areas here. It's got some heavy seam sealer. I'm gonna just knock that down, smooth it out, clean this up some. I might put new seam sealer in certain areas. I noticed they didn't have seam sealer in here. And I guess that's all just one piece, so that's why they didn't have seam sealer in this area. Or is that two piece? No, that's just one piece up here on top. So I'm not gonna put seam sealer back in there, guys. That's been holding up all these years like that. So Arizona car, but this car shouldn't be seeing that many winters, if none at all. Drive anything if I have to. All right, guys, so this had shims in it, and since I'm changing the color, I want everything to be painted black. So I just wanted I use panel bond. It's like the glue that they use for the newer cars, holding the panels in place. So once this glue set up, it's gonna be fine. You know, that spacer ain't gonna come off of there, you know. So all I did, guys, before I took the trunk out, I drilled holes so I know exactly where the trunk would go, because it was perfectly aligned. But you know, I just put these on in here, and I make sure I drilled through the spacers there on both sides. So now, and I checked the other side, and all drill bits that you break, you know, because I'm doing a lot of drilling with these 1/8 drill bits. So I use them to put the panels, you know, to line the panels, stick it in there, line the panels back up. So with the panel glue, I just glue that on there, glued it on the bottom. It don't really need to be on the top. And just a little glue, guys, and that way when I scuff this and paint it, it's gonna be it's gonna stay on there. The bushing, the spacer will be painted, and everything will be just fine, guys. All right, so now that I got that glued on there, see, that's not going nowhere. No, that's gonna stay on there. And then when I paint this, I ain't gonna have to worry about trying to get this back in place later. So I'll take the other side off, and those shims are in there now. So, all right, guys, all things Buick. All right, guys, so I got epoxy primer on that back piece, and it was a dent right here, a little ding. Had to repair that. But I'm gonna be spraying high build primer on this now. But I don't want the high build primer to get into trunk jam here or up on here, because I'm gonna just sand this with the scuff and stuff and then paint directly black over that. I don't even have to seal that off or anything, so I don't want a lot of buildup in that area. So I just take this area off, just like if I painted it black already, I would tape it off. So it's not a big deal. Same like I say here, I got the doors jammed already, but I did one more. This is my second sand on here, and I found a little low spot right around there. If you look, it's a low spot there, low spot there, a low spot there. But I'm figuring after, you know, the next build thing of the high build primer, it's gonna take care of all of that. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing to this side. I'm gonna pull these out. Hopefully that top won't move. The bottom didn't move, so I'm good there. Come in now. Tighten this one down. And this top, the top should stay right where it is. All right, so got that all adjusted. She closes nice. All right, guys, all things.